The Nittany Lions and the Buckeyes, a rivalry born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two got together, it was Penn State showing we are capable of winning a close game.
It was so big for the Nittany Lions to make the play when they needed it, to beat their rival. They always talk about, we can't beat them, we can't get it done. They got it done a year ago in a big moment.
And they shot up the recruiting boards after getting that close win against Ohio State, too. Penn State's roster is better to...
There he goes! He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Cherry. Got his man out of the backfield. Stumbled to the ground. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pulls it in. It's Miller. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on 3rd down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
They'll run the sneak for it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Big guy smells it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Throw it. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Nittany Lions offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
He's got his man. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the back. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Gets the back moving. On the option. Just ran him over. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets it past the marker. Turning it on. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incomplete.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Cherry. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Got his man on the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Makes the quick grab. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to take a shot. Toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. It's Adams. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Gives it on the option. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Cherry. He's got him in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And he just flat and dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Shabera. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 22 over Arizona. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Flips it out to the back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Looking to pass. It's Cherry. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Shabara. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Buckeyes and Nittany Lions tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll give it to the back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Cherry. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sense that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes, and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wideout level noise. Fires to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
Pocket breaking down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're 4-1. They got the job done.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Shabera. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Adams. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Into the secondary, and he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, shows you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man to the left. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. They're setting up the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D-linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got room to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got it. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting...
Turning it on! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Makes the grab. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And turn to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got to lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They'll try to run for it. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another first down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeps looking downfield.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Adams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw. It's Adams. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bacon. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Finds a little space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll set up to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Great play by the defense, and they're expecting this, right? In a 2-minute situation, they've got a 2-possession lead. They got a lot of DBs out on the field, and everybody's eyes are just on the quarterback. They're all seeing it thrown, and they're breaking on the ball, and they come away with a nice interception.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.